everyone. My name is Amanda and I am a community mental health worker at Ohio Guidestone. And today we are going to learn about helping our children build self-esteem. So what do we know about self-esteem? So from research that's been done, we know that children and adults that have higher levels of self-esteem, that have a good sense of self-worth, are less likely to be involved in drugs and alcohol. We also know that people that have a higher levels of self-esteem and self-worth are more satisfied with their lives and more satisfied with the things that they do in their lives. So what I have done is created 5 easy ways that parents or guardians can help their children to build better self-esteem. So number 1 is to really praise children for the things that they do. So when we praise children for things that they do, it can really help them because they can reflect back and think, well, my mother or my aunt or my uncle, told me that when I did this thing, that it was really good that I did that and I did a really good job doing it. So not only is it going to make them feel good about themselves, but it's also going to make them want to do more of that behavior. So this not only is going to help your children improve their self-esteem, but if there's a behavior that you want to see more of and you'd like to see more consistently, praising that behavior every time you see it is really going to help you see that behavior more in your children. Number 2, we want to praise our children for just existing. When somebody praises us just for existing, tells us how wonderful we are, how awesome we are, it can be a really good feeling and it can help us feel really good about ourselves and help our children feel really good about themselves. There's also a misconception that we have to use tough love to really prepare our children for the struggles that they might endure later in life. But what we know from research is the more confidence that a child has or that a person has, the more likely they're going to be able to conquer that struggle, right? Or overcome that struggle because they have the confidence in themselves to know that no matter what, they can overcome that obstacle. So it can be really important to praise our children for just existing. Number 3, we really want to listen to our children and validate their feelings. So I think, whoever's watching, and myself included, have had that moment where you feel like so listened to and so understood and so validated in how you felt. And it can really feel very peaceful. It can also make us feel, really good about ourselves and just feel really important that someone took the time out of their day to really listen to us and really try to understand how we were feeling. So we can do the same with our children and really sit down and validate them and listen to their feelings. This can also be used in a lot of different ways. So you can even validate your child's feeling when you're giving a consequence or when you're telling them no. So for example, let's say, your child misbehaves and they lose TV time as a privilege for that evening. You can tell them, I understand that, you like your TV time and that watching your cartoons makes your night a lot better. But because you behaved in the way that you did, you've lost that privilege for this evening. And so you're going to have to wait until tomorrow to watch TV. So you can validate feelings in a ton of different ways. Number 4, we want to really give our children opportunities to be proud of themselves and to feel good about themselves. So the first could be as simple as helping around the house. So praising children for, doing the dishes, right? Or for making their bed. It could be asking a child to help you fold laundry. And for younger kids, it might take you 15 extra minutes to do the dishes by teaching them how to do the dishes with you. But that can also be a really good bonding experience for the both of you. And it's going to give them something to make them feel so special and make them feel so proud, that they got to wash the dishes with mom or with uncle or dad or grandma. You could also do it with hobbies. So that could be like attending sporting events, helping your children get involved with something at school or after school. And then while we're in quarantine, it could be helping them use the skills from their hobbies or anything they like at home. So for, if your child dances, it could be like, making up a dance routine with them and having that be a super fun activity and then praising them for doing that with you. And then number 5 is to model high self-esteem and self-worth. Because when children see that us as parents and caregivers, have a good sense of self-worth and have a high self-esteem and are able to have positive self-talk about ourselves that show that we care about ourselves, they are going to see that behavior and learn from us a lot about how they should be talking to themselves and treating themselves. So these were my 5 tips for assisting your children in developing a higher self-esteem, and I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you.